I would like to take a quick moment to thank our sponsor. This wedding is brought to you by Match.com. Match.com, for those who truly want to find a soulmate but don't want to leave the couch. Friends, family, fellow country thundermen, we are gathered here today to witness a once-in-a-lifetime event, and that is my debut as a minister. Also, as a bonus, since you've all put up with this heat thus far, we're going to let you witness the union of love between Mike Mentser and Cindy West. Well, the big day has finally arrived. And due to the current ambient temperature, baby Jesus thinks this is a hot couple. For a long time, Mike and Cindy have been looking forward to this day. Just the other day, I called Cindy on the phone and said, "How are you feeling? You excited about the big day?" Her word-for-word response was, "Yep, I just got my nails and toes done." Then she paused. Then she said, "Oh God, don't put this in the speech." Not a problem. Somebody else was telling me just 2 weeks ago they went to Mike and asked him that very same question. Now, his response wasn't so about the decor of his appendages. It was more, "Mike, are you excited about the big day?" "Hell yes," he said. "I can't wait for Country Thunder to get here." Unfortunately, they didn't clarify which big day they were talking about. So as you can see, these two individuals are very focused about this day. I want to take the next few minutes and give you both some words of wisdom or tips on how you might look at this marriage to one another to better understand the giving and sharing and caring and receiving you must put forth to make this union last. How to help make sure you get through the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe 60, 70 years. 70 years. That's a test. You're still here. That's good. Okay. Michael Diesel Mechanic Mentser. To make this marriage last throughout the rest of both your days, I want you to think of Cindy as a truck. Now, not just any truck. Imagine the day you two met. She was a nice, brand new, beautiful diesel. And this truck had a great body, and as you drove it around for a while, you realized what was truly special about this truck and what made you love it was the engine. Now, this truck looks good, and it runs great, and it rides. Well, we're not going to talk about how it rides. That's more up to you. That's not really for us to know. But the point is, you love this beautiful diesel truck, and this truck is here for you for the long haul. This truck will get you to places and take you further than you ever thought possible. But the truck can't get you there alone. It takes maintenance, and lots of it. You have to constantly stop and listen to the truck and give it the maintenance that it needs and wants. Talk to this truck. How's your tire pressure, truck? Need a little air? You gotta put it in there. How's that oil there, truck? Is it dirty? You gotta change it. How them glow plugs, truck? I change them too. And every now and then, no matter how much love you put into this truck, it's going to completely break down on you. And you have to stop what you're doing and help put this truck back together. Amen. And don't ever ignore the little things with this truck. You might be driving along and hear a little squeaky squeak or a little rattle daddle and think that's no big deal. But over time, those little noises can turn into some major issues, and they become much harder to fix. And I can tell you without fail that every single diesel out there, every now and then, is going to run very, very, very hot. Typically about once every 28 days. At those times, you're going to want to leave this thing in the garage and be nowhere near this truck, or do exactly what this truck says. I want you to remember now, son, if the truck is happy, your life ain't crappy. If the truck is mad, your life is bad. The biggest thing to remember as the years pass is never forget why you fell in love with this truck. Hold on, I'm sweating. Can't see. Sorry, it's a little warm up here in these coats. As the years pass, never forget why you fell in love with this truck. You might see newer models driving around that catch your eye, and then you look at your truck and it has a dent or two. Maybe the paint's a little faded. And all of a sudden you walk around to the back end and there only used to be a single set of tires, but now you have a dually looking you right in the face. And I can guarantee throughout time those headlights aren't going to be as bright and they're going to point a little lower. But that's not the reason you fell in love with this truck. It was the engine. That same old engine is still good and better than the day you got it, as long as you're willing to put in the time to maintain it. So I hope what I'm saying to you is getting through. And the good news is, I guarantee you, whatever model truck you have nowadays, you can always put in a new, big, bright, aftermarket pair of headlights. All the trucks are doing that these days. Okay, we're about halfway. This time, we got to take a quick moment, people. I'm sorry, we were in the coats and they told us we might get a little hot up here, so we just need to replenish real quick. Oh yeah, that'll fill up your dipstick. Okay, now let's move on to Cindy. Cindy needs to know about marriage and love. Well, Cindy, I know you like trucks too, but I don't want you to think of Mike as a truck. I want to explain this into a way that really sinks in. So, Cindy, since you're a dental assistant, I want you to think of, I'm sorry, a hygienist assistant. I'm getting corrected up here. No assistant, she's a hygienist, president, CEO of Teeth Incorporated. Does everyone understand that? Cindy has a helicopter made out of teeth. All right. So as the CEO of Teeth Incorporated, I want you to envision Mike as a nice, healthy, strong set of teeth. A pretty pair of chompers, ready for the long haul. These snappers want to stay strong and in place to help you through all your years of obstacles ahead. Say sooner or later some wild, self-proclaimed cook throws a gnarly piece of well-done steak at you, because he thinks everybody likes chewing on tasteless shoe leather just like himself. Well, these teeth are going to be here to help break down those challenges and conquer them. Times will come when Tootsie Pops come at you, and you don't have time to count the licks it takes to get to the center. Well, these teeth are going to help you get to the center of these issues even faster. But they can only do that with your help. They need you to jump in there every now and then and say, "Hey, teeth, you got a little piece of Nana sweet kettle corn stuck between you? I'll get the floss. I'll get that out. What's that, Mr. Wisdom Tooth? You ate a Butterfinger and you're covered with that delicious stuff that's in the middle and you can't get it off? Well, you got to stick your finger in there and scrape it away." These teeth need you, and every day you will help, and then they will help you with all your little challenges. They can be strong there by the lonesome, but they will not be able to last long. They may look invincible, but you know that without the care of a good woman, they will break down over time, can become empty inside, and even fall away. Don't let them do that, Miss Cindy. Keep them. Other days, you might get so mad at these teeth, you'll be wishing they were dentures that you could pop them out and throw them on the floor. But they ain't. These snappers are the real deal, and they ain't going nowhere, so you need to learn how to exist with them happily. And over time, you might look at these teeth, and they aren't as white as they once were. Or maybe their overbite has shifted from a number 1 to a number 3. Remember though, these teeth have helped you break down and get through so many tough obstacles that they will stay with you even past your last days as long as you love and take care of them. But be aware that often these teeth may get older, and sometimes I've heard they can lose the protective enamel, and eventually these teeth, they get soft and they aren't as hard enough to do the jobs they once did. But the good thing is nowadays you don't have to worry about that, because I hear if you go to a doctor, he'll give you a little blue vitamin that'll make the enamel hard again for a short time. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, now I want you to look into one another's eyes and really think about what I'm about to say. Now, Mike, do you take Cindy to be your lawfully wedded wife through the good times and the bad, whether she be healthy as a horse or sick as a dog, whether she wins the lottery or loses every last dime in Vegas, whether she brings you a sandwich when you request it, or if you have to make your own sandwich until a natural death sets you free? And Cindy, do you take Mike to be your lawfully wedded husband through the good times and the not so fun, whether he is strong as Superman or curled up on the bathroom floor crying for his mama, whether he makes $1 million or if you have to live in your trailer on the side of a friend's house, whether he is willing to buy your lady products at the store or you have to go buy them yourself until a natural death sets you free? May we have the rings. Mike, you will place the ring on Cindy's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I own half of all your stuff. Cindy, you will now take your ring and place it on Mike's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I own half of all your stuff. Yeah! And now we will do a quick unity ceremony for our visual learners in the crowd. Well, if you can see, over here on the left we have some iced tea, an everyday, ordinary, natural product that everybody loves. Over there in Cindy's jar we have some pure white sugar, freckled with brown sugar, just to keep it more physical accurate. Now these things are great by themselves, but when we combine them together, now you combine them together, I would use all the tea, I wouldn't use all the sugar. Cindy's already pretty sweet. Because you have to finish this, or it doesn't count. That's how love works. Now, combined together, you two are better than the individuals. Go ahead and give those a little stir. Now go ahead and get down there and see what you both taste like together. That has to be tea. Oh man, if my altar boy got in the wrong stash. It's close to tea. Drink more. You got a big wedding. Oh yeah, you guys are delicious. And you're only 7 calories. That's good enough. At this time, by the authority vested in me by the great state of Arizona, and by 8-pound, 6-ounce, newborn baby Jesus, I now pronounce you man and wife. You may go forth and multiply, but first you may kiss your woman.